there guys, and welcome back. As always, it's great to have you guys join me here as we dive into some more movie news on the channel. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down all the details that we know so far about what's going on with Toy Story 5. So no one needs any introduction to this franchise. Toy Story is the cream of the crop when it comes to animated franchises. Everybody knows Toy Story, and it's just incredible, just heartfelt, incredible, charismatic characters, and we grew up back in the 90s with these favorite toy figures. So what we're going to do, guys, before we get into this story and start breaking down the details on Toy Story 5, I just want to go over and remind ourselves of the box office of this franchise. So let's take a look at the movies, and let's take a look at the production budgets and how much each of the Toy Story movies made when it comes to their revenue, because it's very, very interesting to break that down just going into this Toy Story 5 story. So, landing over here on the numbers. So if we start off with Toy Story, the very first movie, it came out November 22nd, 1995, had a $30 million production budget, and it made $365 million worldwide. So it made 10 times its budget, which is insane. Then we go to Toy Story 2, that came out in 1999. That had a $90 million budget. They tripled the budget on the second movie, that's insane. And that made $511 million. So again, very, very profitable, did incredibly well for itself, made a lot of money. I'm going to skip Toy Story 3D because we're not talking about that for the moment. June the 18th, 2010, Toy Story 3 comes out. That had a $200 million production budget, again, upping the production budget by more than double from Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3. That made over $1 billion, so absolutely massive jump, almost doubled the box office revenue of Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3, just incredible. Then we jump to Toy Story 4, 2019 that came out, $200 million budget again, and that made over $1 billion once again. So the last two movies, Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4, both over $1 billion, which is insane. I guess we can also kind of throw in Lightyear here. It's not really part of this, the animated Toy Story main storyline, but still, Lightyear came out, $200 million production budget once again, and that made $218 million. So that lost money, but I don't begrudge them for trying something different with the franchise. It's great that they tried to go in a fresh direction. Ultimately, it didn't land with a lot of people, and it ended up losing money for the studio. So overall, I mean, it's been mega profitable, this franchise, so absolutely makes sense that they're making more of these movies. But I just wanted to kind of get into that before we start breaking down these details. So this comes to us from Collider, by the way. So Woody and I do realign. Tim Allen shares some Toy Story 5 plot details that are beyond exciting. Obviously, Tim Allen voicing the character, one of the characters, it's Buzz, isn't it? He voices Buzz Lightyear. So Buzz Lightyear is blasting off again, and he's bringing some familiar friends with him. While promoting his stand-up tour and hit ABC series Shifting Gears, Tim Allen dropped a tantalizing tease about his long-awaited return as Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 5. During a recent interview with WIVB, ahead of his April 25 performance at the Falls View Casino, the comedy legend, opened up about his busy schedule, and yes, that includes a new chapter in Pixar's flagship franchise. So, Tim Allen gave an update on the production of Toy Story 5, which will mark the first film in the series since 2019's bittersweet Toy Story 4, which served as a lovely epilogue to the original story. While he stayed tight-lipped on spoilers, Allen did offer some key insights into where things are heading next for the beloved toys. Yeah, so this is where it gets interesting. I mean, we don't have a whole lot to go on here, but it does give us a vital piece of information as to what we could be seeing in the next installment of the Toy Story franchise. So Tim Allen goes on to say the following, quote, "I can tell you it's a lot about Jessie. Tom Hanks and I do, Woody and I do realign. And there's an unbelievable opening scene with Buzz Lightyear. I can give you that, but I can't give you much more." But yeah, I mean, that's important information there. Even though this isn't a major kind of breakdown on the synopsis here, I can tell you it's a lot about Jessie. So it seems that Jessie, the character, could be at the forefront of the story or the narrative of what's going on here. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, she's one of the fan favorite characters. I love Jessie. I think she's an incredible character, and it's great that she could be kind of more of a forward at the front character here. And I would love to see what they do having her kind of at the front of the narrative here. I think it would be very, very interesting. And I'm sure a lot of fans will be very, very happy about whatever it is they decide to do with the narrative surrounding the Jessie character. So that's right, Woody and Buzz are back together again. So this may be the Beyond that follows the Infinity. After the two characters parted ways at the end of Toy Story 4, the hint at the realignment is sure to thrill longtime fans and perhaps worry them too. The emphasis on Jessie, voiced by Joan Cusack, also suggests that the cowgirl may finally be stepping into the spotlight in a major way. Yeah, like I say, a lot of people will be very, very happy that the story may be focused on her a bit more, and I'd welcome that, absolutely. I mean, as to what the story could be, I couldn't hazard a guess. I mean, it could be a million and one things. We really just don't know at the moment. Until we get more information breaking down what this story could potentially be about, then it's hard to speculate. But if any of you guys have any theories as to what the story could be revolving around Jessie, or you have any ideas or what you would like to see, let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your feedback is. So, what can we expect from Toy Story 5? That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, what can we do that's fresh, that's different, that's a unique take on Toy Story that we haven't seen so far? I mean, we need to keep the narrative fresh rather than kind of rehashing story beats that we've already done. And it'll be interesting to see how they can change it up here. So, Toy Story 5 is still more than a year away from hitting the big screen, but one of the heads of Pixar is already teasing what we should expect to see when our favourite toys return to the screen. Pete Docter spoke to THR last month and explained that director Andrew Stanton had done a great job on the film. So, quote, "I will say that Toy Story 5, I think the writer and director, Andrew's done a really great job of letting moments breathe in unexpected ways. Things that you're like, wait, this is a Toy Story movie?" Just some of his choices, which I think need at this point. We had 4 of them already. We got to keep people surprised, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, that's pretty much the sentiments of what I just said. We got to keep people surprised. I mean, when you're got these big franchises and you're bringing out subsequent movies years after years after years, how do you keep the narrative fresh? How do you keep the story beats new for a new generation of fans that may have not seen the franchise, and old long-time franchise fans? How do you keep them guessing, keep them surprised, keep them on their toes, and show them something that they haven't seen before? I mean, it's a very hard line to tread with that kind of narrative, but I'm sure they wouldn't have made this movie unless they had a great story here to tell. So I'm sure we're going to see something exciting. And just, man, like I said at the beginning, not Star Wars. I got Star Wars on the brain because I've just done a Star Wars story, so I apologize. But Toy Story, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, animated franchise of all time. Absolutely ginormous. And if they have a great story here, I think this movie could, well, sky's the limit, really. I mean, the last 2 Toy Stories have made over $1 billion. So, the ceiling is as high as they want it to be. I mean, if they have a great story and great word of mouth spreads, then this movie can make unbelievable amounts of money. But guys, that's kind of what we have so far. I know it's not a whole lot to go on, but I thought I'd do a small update here for you that the movie could potentially revolve around Jessie at the forefront, which I find exciting, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will as well. So jump into the comment section, let me know what you think about this small update here to Toy Story 5. Would you be excited to have Jessie at the front of the story? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Or do you think it's somewhere in the middle? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments section. As always, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so far, guys. It goes a long way to supporting my content, and I really, really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you in the next video.